Hello, everyone. I just saw this message and I'm actually flabbergasted. I think that's the right word to use in this thing. I'm floored. Someone said, Grandmaster Zero, right? Said some people hosted an X space with a commissioner where they raged, threatened, and cried that a girl who had requested more buses for the residents of a state was actually listened to and buses were provided. I genuinely believe that I've ended up in the wrong timeline. In short, Oga, not in short, you have ended up in the wrong country. So when people are demanding for things, there are actually people who are praying that those demands will not be met. Hey, okay, now even if it's something that they will end up enjoying, because this whole thing about this whole issue, it's not this girl. I'm sure I've done that video. You understand? For those who don't have the context of the story, let me rewind. I shall pause, rewind, tell the story from the beginning. So there's this lady who she lives in Lagos and then she works. And she does this video where she shows how early she wakes up. The first time I think I first came across her video was where she was just driving and telling people, see how long the queue is. She'd be like, excuse me, hi, good morning. She was literally greeting everyone. And that was the thing that struck me about her. That as she was going on, she was greeting, everybody. You know that the way we were brought up in those days, where if you see an elder or someone, you must greet that person. And she was like, excuse me, good morning, excuse me. If the person doesn't hear good morning, she was showing how long the queue is. And then she woke up, is it around 5? She lives around her house around 5 to come to the bus station. And for me, the thing that struck me the most was the fact that Lagos, you people in Lagos, you people are trying. I always tell people there's no quality of life in Lagos. You people have money, you have money, you understand? That's where the happening money is in Lagos. But quality of life, zero. You people are not living, you are merely surviving. I don't know. I always tell people you need a crazy kind of DNA to live in Lagos. I know now that Aisha is a politician, they might use this statement and twist it and say, oh, she called Lagos people this, that. I say anybody living in Lagos. I didn't say only Lagos people. And you need it. Me, I have my own crazy DNA, but it's not the one that I will use in living in Lagos. And so she showed this thing. And so she's been doing these videos where she's talking about, how the things are, these BRT buses, they are not there. People are staying for queue. And then I think there was one where they said somebody was going to do something somewhere or some people and they hired these buses. And so people were left stranded. For crying out loud, how do you go and hire something that is meant to service the people? The way people are so disrespected in Nigeria. But the thing is that people also want to be disrespected in Nigeria. And so she started talking about this whole person. Guess what? They started threatening her, abusing her. They said they will hurt her. There's even one lady who was in BRT came to her, this, that. How dare she call on the government? How they let her go and go to a bus stop now, go and carry a cab from there. Let her use attacks, threats, and whatever. For calling out for something that is going to be beneficial to everybody. And so later on, I think the commissioner of transport, whatever, called her. The whole thing, people were amplifying it. I'm sure there were Nigerians who rallied around her. Somebody even said they were going to go to that place where she was and escort her so that they don't hurt her. Some people were hiring bodyguards. Some people not even gave her money, give her this thing for Uber. The day that there was this day, I think, when they now finally brought those, but she didn't go the day after because her mother begged her parents, her family asked her not to follow that because they can hurt you, which is true. You understand? I totally understand with that parent. I'm a parent myself. I will fear for my kids. I'm a child of somebody also. My parents also fear for me. It's just like with the coconut head, there's nothing you can do. If your child, you just keep going. But your families are always worried for you when you put yourself, out there. And so she then, the commissioner called her. I think it was she recorded she was videoing herself, of course. She put it and said it was something whether he would write without something for her to know, trying to explain to her what was happening, which was for me that was a good thing to do, right? For the commissioner, that was perfect. Citizens are crying, a citizen is crying out, reach out to the person, explain to the person. That's how it's supposed to be. Guess what now happened? And then at the end of the day, they now actually brought in more buses, which are to make life easier, because that's how it's supposed to be. And I tell people, when you are making demands, it doesn't mean you hate government. It means you believe in the government, you trust the government, you know the capacity of the government, and you want them to do that thing for you. That's how it's supposed to be. It's not that you are enemy of government when you make demands. For example, now me, I have never made demands on Tinubu's illegitimate government, because I don't believe in the government. I don't trust it. I don't see it as a government. I see it is not supposed to be. And that's why when people are saying, oh, protest to anything that has, I don't, since I have not participated, if you see any protest I do, maybe National Assembly do this thing, but anyone that has to do with directly going to ask the federal government or whatever, I don't. Because I don't believe it. So it is that they believe it. So the commissioner did what he's supposed to do. Guess what? The sycophants, they started angry. It is only when these people are making demands that the governors will ask them, that the commissioner will listen to. That was how there was a day that governor of Lagos State blocked somebody on Twitter. The person went to court. He said the governor does not have right to block him, which is true. As a public officer, you do not have the right to block anyone. I'm a private citizen. And if there's anybody that has been insulted on Twitter, I would say I am amongst the top people. If I'm not the most insulted, I'm amongst the top people. Because me get right from 2014. My first tweet was bring back our girls. From then, I've been receiving insult up to now. I've never blocked anyone. There are people that have threatened to kill me. People that have called me all sorts of names. Prostitute, ashawo, this one, divorce. I even heard I was a divorcee. I've been married 3 times. I've been whatever. Oh, you are a thief. Some will just come on my Twitter. Listen, I'll put a tweet. You are a thief. God, this is. I've never blocked anyone. I'm a private citizen. Because for me, are you what? If I block you, I'm even too nice to. But what I'm trying to say here is that as a public officer, official, you cannot block anybody. And he went to court. I think either he won the case or there was a way they did, but the Lagos State governor now invited him. They had a meeting because you are a governor. You are governing everybody. What the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the one that insult. If you don't want insult, stay in your house. If I was in my house, nobody. If I didn't put myself to be someone that talk on public issue, nobody, they don't burn anybody when me come. Now, you will even feel called the cycle where I did. You don't feel called where I did. So it is what it is when you put yourself out there. And then they were now angry that this one that I'm hearing now, that they actually did a space. That why is it that they listen to this one? They say the Ella BRT controversy with Commissioner Mr. Gbenga Omotosho, they brought the commissioner. They brought him. Instead of them, you bring him. Instead of you to use the opportunity to get him to promise you more buses that are going to ease the life of the people of Lagos State, what you ended up doing is to tell him, why did he listen to that woman and is that girl that? Hey! Of Vebe, you know, say, let me not even talk. Let me just go and read some of the comments under that whole thing. Somebody say in the wrong country. True, it's not even the wrong timeline. It's not in the wrong country. That's in Kem. Talatu Donato said, Marco Atsunako said, they even posted his number on the TL and said he's after her for personal gain. On another space, your friend from my state gave 2 different submissions on same platform 1 day apart against her for her. So many mentally unstable folks. This lady, just coming out to make demands for everybody. Now that boss, she's not the only one that will be enjoying it. She might even be the one to enjoy it. But the people that are going to enjoy it are the people who are not fighting her. To the extent they came to say she had no right to be filming everybody. I even saw this data protection, whatever agency coming out to say that people cannot be going and be filming. Meanwhile, they are sharing rights and filming. They are sharing rights and putting it on the DC. They didn't ask people's permission where they are sharing rights and asking them to bring their voters card or whatever. That one, the data protection people, they are blind, deaf, blind, and dumb. But it is the one that somebody who is doing this thing to show the ills in our society for them to be fixed that they have this thing for. Bro, your father buy bus for road got me enraged all day. The self-hate from those people is alarming. So maybe those that really stayed on the distance say your father buy. These people are bewitched. There's no other explanation to such foolishness that we can. Honestly, I think there's no other explanation. How are you angry that government, somebody listen to someone making demands for your wahala, for suffering of the people to be eased, and you think you're not enemy of Nigeria?